In this video, I'm going to explain how to do the first example from the 4.5 worksheet. So you're going to go to Desmos.com and you should see Graphing Calculator. That's the tool we're going to be using. And then we have to get our data to show up on this graph. So you're going to do a plus sign, click table, and then start entering in your points. So at 1 month, our debt was $620. Just to speed up the video, I did already create this table in a new tab. After you've typed in all your data, you'll probably notice that you don't see anything on your graph. Those points are there. They're just outside of the window of numbers that we can see. So we want to adjust where we're looking on this graph. You're going to click the wrench to do that. And then there's no best way to do this. You just have to take a guess. So we want our X numbers to go between 1 and 8. And I want to see some numbers on either side. So maybe I'll start with 0 to 10. And then our Y numbers go from 620 up to $2,154.98. So I'm starting at -6. That's fine. We can leave it at -6, but we have to get way up into the 2000s. So maybe I'll say my maximum should be 3,000 to start. And then when I do that, you can see my points have appeared. So on the first question, we were asked to write an equation of the form y equals ab to the x power. You could try and do it by hand where you estimate the growth factor for each of these and then use 620 as our starting value. But Desmos is actually able to calculate like a best fit line like we do for a scatter plot, only in an exponential form. So to make that happen, you're going to click up below your table and you're going to type in Y1 and then the tilde, it's a symbol up in your number row, AB, and then we want that to the x1 power. So to get an exponent, you'll hold down shift and then use the number 6 to get that like caret to move up to the exponent. And then we'll go x1. And then we have all this stuff pop up underneath it in addition to our best fit line showing up. The R squared is just a measure of how strong our correlation is. The numbers we care about are A and B. So our A value is 528, I'll say 0.24 in this case, since we're talking about money. Our B value is, we can round it a little bit, say 1.19. So your equation, and I'll just type it in here, but you would actually put it on your worksheet, would be y equals 528.24 times 1.19 to the x power. So that would be your answer for number 1. For number 2, we're asked to figure out the total debt we'll have 1 year after graduation. If you want to, you can set up an equation where you would just use that previous equation and plug in 12 months for your X value and type it in a calculator. But since we're already in Desmos and we've got this nice exponential graph, we can just trace along this line and figure out how much our Y value is in 12 months. So you might have to scroll out a little bit to see 12. Looks like right there, it's $4,448.58. Another way you could do it is you could graph the line X equals 12 because we want 12 months. And then you can see where those 2 points cross. And you see I come up with the exact same point. Similarly, the next question, we're asked for when is your debt equal to $3,000? So you can just kind of scroll along this line and see where our debt is $3,000. Right in there, 9.7, 9.8, something like that. If you want to, you could even graph the line y equals 3,000. And then we can really nicely see that they intersect at the point 9.781. So it would be 9.7 months. We would probably round that up and say it's just sometime during the